Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month's version of Monster of the Month presented by Fan Expo Canada's Fan Meetup program, where we will be featuring this week's monsters group, the Undead. As everyone is now aware of what we are doing, let's do some quick introductions. I'm Angelo Corsino. I'm a fan ambassador for Fan Expo Canada, and I will be the DM this evening. Down the line, we have Jeremy Putman. We have Aaron. Is it Fish now?
It's
I don't
fish
remember
now,
which
yeah.
way it went. Yeah, I just see that because he's still on the screen. We have Camilla, and we have Kyle, and they will be joining me today. When somebody else had tech issues, Jeremy Johnson might pop in at some point. We'll see how it goes. And without further ado, some of you might recognize this map. As it's definitely from D-Doll, and it is from a certain stream of D-Doll that people may recognize.
Oh no, I recognize this house.
Oh no.
I've run this house.
Oh,
So, you guys, basically a quick 5-second intro on what was happening to you guys before we kick this off. You guys have been traversing through the Mournlands and have been having a rough time. And you encountered undead. You saw this green pulse and you went towards it because you're like, we might as well. You get there and there's this house at the top of a hill and it's quiet for a little while. And then it wasn't quiet anymore because now you can start hearing scratching at the walls as the undead are here. Can everybody please roll initiative?
Now that
Thanks,
you've
I hate
given the introduction, I recognize it. I remember it's from one of the Eberron mods, is it not?
Oh, I love this
It's
module.
Yeah.
what
It's-
it's like the
it's
second,
a
maybe
The
third.
third
rough
one. It's the third one. It's the third
Yeah,
one.
we played it at ZegeCon.
This
before COVID.
module is supposed to be for level 3, so that you guys be level 4.
Well, hey, there's only 4 of us, so it kind of balances out in the end.
don't even think I think we barely survived it when I ran there.
Yeah,
when we
well,
played
because
this.
it never stops. Also, there's my one crit for the night. There you go. There it was. There it's gone.
Also, thank you for Matt for joining us as well. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat. We're pretty good at answering them as we go. All right, let's see. Is that everyone? Yep, all 4.
But I'm not in the turn tracker
I
because
don't think yet.
I didn't press my token. I'm sorry.
That's totally fine. Which one is that? That's Mir.
I was thinking it more like Myrrh. You know, sort
Mir.
of like sort of
Yeah,
like
so
what a cat does.
while we're doing the initiative tracker, let's do some quick character introductions. 5 seconds, starting with Zer.
Hi, there is a 4th level pure rogue going with a soul knife. He is a Gith Zerai, so I do have access to a lovely shield spell in case everything starts going very poorly for me.
Next we have, is that Firimi?
For my
For
Eternal
mine, I'm great
Fire,
at this.
she's an astral elf, ascendant dragon monk, who was raised by a dragon. As she was orphaned as a child. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Next we have Shade.
So Shade is a Shatterkai warlock, celestial warlock, actually in this case. So it has a little bit of healing just in case, and your ever fun Eldritch Blast.
Everyone loves Eldritch Blast. And then last but not least, except me, all my warlocks don't have it. And last but not least, Mahir.
All right, so Myrrh is a.
Damn it, never.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's my fault.
So she's an Azamar, Radiant Soul Azamar, and she will be your cleric this evening, a Twilight cleric at that. And yeah, she likes kicking butt, and especially the undead.
Okay, looks like Jeremy Johnson has rejoined us. What is Jeremy Johnson playing today? Looks like he's having some trouble.
My character's name is Xanimus.
Xanimus.
I'll be playing a
Grave Cleric Shatterkai. Cool.
Yes.
All right.
Go Team
Just,
Shatter Kai.
yeah, exactly. If you want to hit an initiative for me, Jeremy.
Yes.
Thank-
Just let me throw a character onto the board because I don't see myself there. One sec.
I didn't see it on the other screen.
And then rolling initiative should
Yeah.
have come through.
There it is. All right. And quick introduction for Zeramis. He's a great player, Shatterkai.
That's correct.
All right.
And
All right. So without further ado, Zeramis never made the tracker, but that's fine. We can put that in real quick. All right, so Zer, you hear scratching at the walls coming from like this direction, back here somewhere, this direction. What would you like to do?
Not be anywhere near where I am. Just gonna hop right on over there, and bonus action hide. Yeah, gotta get that advantage going. And that's all I got for this turn.
Sounds good. So then the scratching at the walls kind of intensifies as the windows start breaking, the door starts breaking,
Oh, fun.
everything starts breaking as zombies start pouring into the house. And zombies are like a very like iconic low level undead. They're fairly simple, fairly straightforward. They're meat shields. They don't have a lot of HP, and they come in and they punch, and that is about what they got. So these ones are each they're gonna punch the four of you. They're gonna try to once each. Starting with Fear Me.
Yeah.
So 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
On a really good roll for 4 bludgeoning damage. Shade 9 will not hit. I'm assuming.
No, my AC's low, but not that low.
Here, another 9. That was not going to do it. And last but not least, Xanimus, a natural 1. So the only one that got punched was the first one, and that ends all of their turns, and it is now Fear Me.
Okay. I'm going to. How long of a line is this again? Sorry, I gotta double check the length of this line. 30-foot line. So I can get all of them except for the one that was beside me, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. I can get 2 of them with Breath of the Dragon. So when you take the attack action, you can replace one of your attacks with an exclamation of draconic energy in either a 20-foot cone or a 30-foot line. And it's going to be fire damage, and they can make a dex save, DC 13.
Zombies known for their incredible dexterity.
Just the highest.
One of them managed to do it.
So they do take half on a success.
Yep.
It's only 2d4, so 6 fire damage, 3 on the other one. But since I still took an attack action, I can still
flurry or unarmed. It's whatever you prefer.
So bonus action, and I'm gonna flurry. So that's 2 unarmed. And then one of those, or both of those unarmed? Do you have damage with an unarmed strikes? You can change the damage type. I can just change the damage type on any unarmed strike, apparently.
Yep. The Draconic Strike allows you to do that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do that. Again, it's fire.
10 hits. These are
I
zombies.
forgot. I
Zombies
forgot they're zombies.
are known for their incredible resilience.
They're resilient. They're just not well armored. Those are both fire.
All right. This one's looking pretty beat up.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Xanimus.
Okay. I will walk over here and let's see. Let's just do a little. So I need a wisdom save of 14 from all of the zombies except the one on the end.
All right.
Oh,
So the only one that saved was the one right beside you.
Okay, that's fine. I'll cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action and try to hit it.
Sounds good.
So let me just see here. Spiritual Weapon. Let's see if that.
That's the damage. Got to roll the attack first. There it is.
17.
17.
And I guess I add +4 as a modifier.
Yeah, your wisdom modifier gets tacked on there as well.
Yeah, so 12 damage total force.
Yep.
That's the end of my turn.
Got it. Shade.
Well, seeing as these guys turned now and can't take reactions, I'm gonna casually walk away,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to. He turns. I'm gonna leave him alone for the moment. So I'm actually going to target this one with a good old Sacred Flame, because everybody loves Sacred Flame,
Everyone does love Sacred Flames.
especially against zombies.
13 fails.
So for 5 points of damage, radiant.
And so because of the radiant damage, we don't get to show off one feature quite yet, as you watch this one incinerates in a ball of ash as the radiant fire washes over it.
That might have been intentional.
No.
No, not at all. Okay, I'm good.
Anything else?
Nope, that is the end of my turn.
All right. On initiative count 7, you start hearing more like things breaking, more things like shattering, as these much faster ones start running into the room. And so these ones, you guys are fairly, like, you're not the newest adventurers, but you're also not super seasoned. But undead's fairly common. These look like they're probably either ghasts or ghouls, some kind of quicker clawier undead, as opposed to just dumb like punchers. And they're going to come in, and they're both going to slash their claws at Fear Me and Shade, starting with Fear Me. 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Don't fail.
Don't say that. That's just jinxing it.
Ooh. So you guys watch as Firmi's muscles lock up, and this is where like certain low-level undead can be fairly dangerous because Firmi is now paralyzed.
Yeah, I don't think
I
anything
jinxed
that
it.
can
You can blame me.
change that. That was all
And
Jeremy.
then,
He
and then,
jinxed that.
another natural one on the attack on Shade.
I'll allow that.
Yeah, that's fair. And then Mir.
Mer.
I'm gonna say it a few more times.
All right, so since this one is also turned, I am
Mhm.
just going to go right over here, and I am going to cast Bless. I'm going to upcast it by 1 so that I can do 4 people. Unfortunately, I can't see our hiding friend there. So I'm going to do myself. I'm going to do Fermi, Zenimus, and Shade. All are going to be blessed.
Thanks.
#blessed.
And that's all I'm doing for my turn. So everyone can have that D4.
Okay.
Would have been useful for that saving throw. Sorry, Fermi,
Nah.
I didn't get to go
That
first.
4 still
It-
wouldn't have saved me.
It would not have helped, unfortunately.
Those new bards would have helped with their reactions.
Yeah, if it's a D6 or something
Yeah.
like that, that would help, but not.
Yeah.
Stack all the things.
That brings us to Zer.
As much as there is one right next to Shade over there, I'm just gonna step out and be like, that looks bad for Fermi. And I'm going to chuck a blade at the
Understatement.
speedy looking ghoul there. Kachow?
You were hidden from it, so 16 does hit.
Lovely. So that's all. It all ends up as psychic, so 17. I don't know if that does anything less or more.
Doesn't do anything extra or less, but it does
Okay.
hurt.
And then, because I want to deal with this as quickly as possible, bonus action. Normally, just throw the other one.
Yep, it's another 7.
Yes.
This one's looking really hurt.
That's everything I've got at this point. I'm gonna just move up a little bit more to give them other targets.
All right. This one starts making its way around, using its action to dash to get away from Xanimus. This one does the same, as they are both turned. This one, however, is not, and it is going to. They're not very smart. They don't know the difference between paralyzed or not paralyzed. So on evens, it's going to punch. Zero and odd, it is going to punch. Fear me.
You just got your night.
The
At
only
advantage.
hits you've gotten have been against me. 19 hits,
19
unfortunately.
hits. All right. And the thing about paralysis is that it is an auto critical,
auto-crit.
so that is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. As it just
Still alive.
hey, still.
Don't worry, I'm a grave cleric. I can bring you up real nice.
You start seeing, you start hearing more things coming around as this thing shambles around the corner, and these things shamble in.
Good. Love that for us.
And as this house just starts to teem with more and more undead as time goes on.
This was my least favorite Eberron module.
This is
Because
my
it's so
favorite.
brutal.
So this one here is going to fire a short bow shot at Zer. This one is going to try to stab Xanimus with a sword. This one is going to shoot at Myrrh.
Woo!
I think I got it right this time.
Yeah.
You got it.
And
Yeah.
this one is going to dash because he was too far to do anything useful. So we've got a short bow shot. 10 is going to miss Zer. 10 is going to miss Myrrh. And then a short sword slash. 17 to hit on Xanimus.
That just hits.
All right, it's for 4 points of piercing as it stabs you with a short sword.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw for.
Let's hope I do better this time.
Is that for me?
No, for
This is the end of my turn.
Fear me at the end of your turn.
Can't
Yes.
do anything.
You can hopefully make a con save. There you go. You are no longer
Yay!
paralyzed.
Yay!
And that
Much
brings us
better.
to Xanimus.
Okay, so it looks like there is a skeleton beside me of some sort.
Yes, there is.
Okay, so I guess I'll have to do another bonus action attack. So 24 to hit.
Yep.
For 8 damage, because for some reason this thing isn't adding.
If you click on the spiritual weapon and cast it directly from your sheet,
What?
as opposed to using a spell attack and clicking on the damage in the spell, that's how the coding works. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
So
So yeah, 24 to hit for
8.
8 damage, and then I will. Let's see here. I guess I'll just do Toll the Dead on the one in front of me.
All right. It fails. Roll that damage up.
Okay. And it's been damaged already,
It has by you.
Yeah.
so it's a D12. Yeah, it's a 5.
5 is enough. Skeletons aren't super hardy, as this one like crumbles into bones and
Okay.
dust as the
And-
bell rings for it.
Okay, I will walk over here to become a target.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Shade.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to target our good friend over here, who's fairly hurt, with another sacred flame. So let's do that. So,
Yeah.
woohoo, a
So,
whole 3 points of damage.
well, you never damage is damage as long as it
Yep.
fails to save, right?
Mhm.
Which it does.
Yep.
So that's
3
points.
points of radiant damage.
It's looking very bad.
And then, as a bonus action, just because I don't like where I am right now, I'm going to use Blessing of the Raven Queen and over here.
That is fair.
Okay, and that will be my turn.
All right. We have our fast friends who are up again. As I do something real quick.
Stop it.
So these guys are going to do their thing, and this one is going to. Zare was beating the crap out of it with some psychic blades. So it turns and it tries to claw at you. It's only 10 to hit, so that's not gonna do. It's not gonna do anything. And then on Myrrh, 11 isn't gonna hit either. Low level undead, not known for their huge attack bonuses, but they're more like a swarmy type of creature at the lower levels. Except for when the other ones show up. As the like you
Nope.
see these things
Mm-mm.
start bursting through the walls and like running through doors, dashing
Not
up to
today,
people
Satan.
Ha ha ha.
as they smash their way through. Zombies come in all shapes and sizes, including ogres, and they're still not exactly like the most deadly enemies, but they definitely hit harder than the regular zombies as this one attacks Shade. But you see, like when sometimes you don't roll well, and
I've gotten pretty lucky with those
you
attacks
really
So
have.
far.
Wow.
Which brings us to
I wonder what that's like.
Myrrh.
Woo! All right,
Turn
so first thing I'm going to do is bonus action. I am going to send some healing off to Fermi.
Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
it's just a healing word. I apologize, but
Anything
get
helps.
some 6 points to you.
Can I offer
There.
you a word of healing in this trying time?
Yeah.
Please.
And then I'm actually going to use my feature, my Channel Divinity feature, which is the Twilight Sanctuary.
So this
I
is
love
30
it.
feet, right?
Sanctuary.
That is. So let's see here. I need to put a aura on
Yep.
myself.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
That's so powerful in this room.
So good.
It's going to be helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, temporary hit points to everyone as it comes your turn, and I'll throw those up in the chat so that you can throw them onto
To
yourself.
start or end?
It's the end of your turn if you end your turn in the bubble.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
You cast it. Ends its turn in the sphere. You grant that creature one of these benefits. Yes. So that's my turn.
It's a powerful turn anytime a cleric turns on Twilight Sanctuary. Which brings us back to the top with Zare.
And don't forget, at the end of your turn, you get
Yeah,
temporary.
you get it as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, before you did that, I was going to be like, hey, I'm sure you want to take a step around that one right next to you and give me sneak attack on the big guy. But I like where you are better.
Yeah.
Instead, the zombie that's beating up for my has been less touched, correct?
This one is untouched.
All right. I am going to.
Still looks like crap because it's a zombie, but
Yes. I am going to main hand stab that one.
Yeah, 20 will hit for 13 psychic.
And then I'm going to offhand stab the speedy boy.
Okay. And yeah, the 8 damage. This one does fall.
That's what I was really hoping was going to happen there. And that's me.
About as well as it could have gone.
Yeah.
Oh, have some hit points.
Oh, yes.
Hit points.
Don't
I
forget.
saw
There you
it.
go.
This one steps around the corner and is going to fire an arrow at Mer. This one is going to shoot an arrow at Zer. And this one is going to try to stab Xanimus. So first arrow on Mir, natural 1. Second arrow on Zer. Balance in all things.
Well, I can't do anything about that.
7 points of piercing, and then a short sword stab to Xanimus. 17 to hit, which just barely gets you for 3.
Yeah, I'm not high enough level to cancel crits yet.
Well, luckily that Zer has 9 temporary hit points, and then he can
So
just take that off.
technically, I'm not hurt yet.
These two are still turned. They're running off into the distance. Turn Undead is very useful at lower levels.
It really is.
Yeah, it's just I only have one channel divinity, and that was it.
Yeah, I have 1 channel divinity, and I figured temporary hit points was a better
We
use of it.
appreciate your.
Yeah, Twilight
Your use
Sanctuary
of
is
it.
so incredibly strong. Fear me.
I'm gonna step in between. If I can grab myself though, I was on measuring tool. That might help. So I'm gonna step forward and then so that way, he gets sneak on the big boy when needed.
Thanks.
And I'm going to stab at the zombie at the bottom with my short sword. So slash at it, not stab at it. But
Yep. Just ignore that.
yeah, just ignore it.
I was like, how are you attacking it with a decimal?
19.
Yeah, 19 hits.
How's he looking?
This one here,
Yeah.
very rough.
Okay, I'm gonna flurry again, and then it's gonna be fire damage again.
Yep.
Right,
Yeah,
six,
that'll
six,
hit.
six.
So you punch it, and it starts to kind of like wobble and go
Mhm.
down. But you see that it kind of like rights itself and like stays up, like ready.
And then she's just gonna, because she flurries, she's just gonna punch it again and be like, "Stay down."
10 hits for 6. So like let's see if it wobbles a little bit more. No, this time you watch
Yay.
as it does go down.
Yay!
Yeah, certain undead have an ability called Undead Fortitude, which is very nice for DMs to be like, well, you thought you got it.
Just
Xanimus.
wasted my additional hit.
Here, Fermi, have 9 hit points.
It's
Ooh,
temp,
nice.
right?
Temporary hit points.
Temporary HP.
Okay, so spiritual weapon, 10 to hit.
On the skeleton, 10 does not hit.
Okay, and then I will.
Question: do you get blessed when you're doing your spiritual weapon?
You do. If you
You
are
do.
blessed, don't forget to roll that.
Oh,
14 does hit.
Nice. Okay, so
So for
12
12
force damage, which is a big hit. Oh,
That
it's
is a very big hit.
max
nice swing.
damage. Is it still up?
It's like shambling and like crumbling.
Okay. I will toll the dead. There we go.
Very
Oh.
aware.
Well, I rolled max damage. What else
You
can I
did.
do?
You quite literally couldn't
Yeah.
get any higher.
And then yeah, so the Toll the Dead actually does the bells finish rattling this one apart as it also crumbles.
Okay,
Nice.
I will back up to here.
All right.
And have 7 temporary hit points.
Ooh,
They
thank
keep
you.
getting into my personal space. I'm really not enjoying this.
This one is right up in your grill.
But I guess I'm just going to Sacred Flame him.
again, known for their incredible dexterity. Let's see how he dances.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
He does a very nice two-step to get out of the way of your sacred flame.
And that
Wow.
would be it for now.
All right,
Ooh, have some
Um,
temporary hit points.
both of those
Ooh,
10.
Max.
gone. You notice coming up through the floor.
I don't like that. Oh no.
Oh
Of
no.
course.
No.
Is another low-level undead, which is both which like if you know you know these are terrifying at all levels for various reasons, as they both, like, this one reaches out to Xanimus.
No.
Oh
Oh,
no. Rude.
So they, first off, they do a fair bit of damage. That's 16
Okay.
product, but you're Shadow guy, so you resist that.
Yeah, that's true. So,
But you
So-
also lose 3 points of strength. Now,
Oh god, I
to
don't
to
want
those
that
for-
to
for-
Shadows.
for those
Every
following at home,
time.
why is that dangerous, Jeremy?
because once we hit 0, we die.
Yep.
He die.
So
So
if you're one of those 8 strength characters, these shadows are
Mm.
incredibly dangerous.
That would be me.
So this one is swinging at Myrrh. 13 does not hit.
yeah. There's a tier 3 adventure that has a
Okay.
ton of shadows that come up behind
So
the
I took
party.
1 point of damage after the
And
temporary hit points.
It
Good.
basically wrecks them.
Yeah, there's also Shadow Assassins, which we'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, those are fun. So
No.
this one here is going to swing at.
We're gonna talk about but not see them, right?
This ogre zombie is going to try to drive Zare through the floor.
Oh no.
I'd like it to not.
No, it balance. And the other one is going to try to clock Shade. 1
I
in
have
400.
gotten terribly lucky with the attacks against me.
Which brings us to Myrrh.
All right. I am going to do Word of Radiance on the 2 that are closest to me.
All right, so that is a con save, I believe, correct?
It is. Well, let me just push it into the chat and we'll be able to see. Yes, it's a 14 Constitution save.
All right, so this one is somehow passes, and
Mhm.
then
No, and then
2
It
successes.
passes as well. Okay, well, my bonus action is, okay, I believe that Fermi is still the most hurt out of all of us. So I am going to send another healing word her direction.
Yay.
Get 8 this time. Yay!
Closer back to full.
Not quite there, but close, right?
Pretty close.
Yep. And I get some temporary hit points this time. Let's see what I get. Woo! I get 10 as well. Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, because it's more than your last, you can replace it. So
Yeah. Twilight Sanctuary, I think, saved 2 parties that I ran this through. Twilight Sanctuary is very strong. And that brings us to Zare. That last one as well. Just don't worry about that.
Yep. Just gonna hope. I feel like hoping for really big damage is the better thing on this guy. So I'm going to double check why that
Steady
isn't
aim.
there. Yeah, steady aim.
Steady
And
aim.
stab.
Steady aim, very strong feature. Probably my least favorite rogue feature.
Yeah.
I just don't like that it kills your mobility.
It does
That is
kill
the
the mobility.
downside.
That's the issue.
23 definitely hits for 13
13.
points of psychic.
For the lowest damage you can.
Yes.
These
Wasn't-
ones.
was not great.
It wasn't the best roll, no.
But it gave me a higher chance of rolling that number that I never get to roll. And that is, unfortunately, all I have.
All right.
How much temporary hit points do I get?
It's a good question.
It is
Ooh,
more.
yes. Let's get you
Ah,
some. 8.
8 is better than 2.
All right,
That's
so this one
right.
is going to shoot an arrow at Fear Me. This one is going to shoot an arrow at at Myrrh. 15, I don't believe hits. Nope. And the second one, 8, definitely doesn't hit.
Oh, I could have deflected missiles if it did hit me though. It's
These
an
two
arrow.
guys, nobody. I'm guessing nobody is going to aggro these two, so I will take them off the board. They won't be back by the time we are through this. Fear Me.
Fear Me is gonna kind of see what that shadowy thing just did to their friend. I'm gonna astral step just a little further away from it.
No,
Just
that's
over
fair.
here. Yeah, astral elves have no astral step, so it's 30 feet. It's basically Misty step as a bonus action. And then I'm just gonna attack the big guy.
Yep.
With my short sword. $19.
19 definitely hits for good
Where's my-
damage.
Sorry, Starlight Step is what it's called.
Oh yeah, I thought it was Astral Step as well. There you go. All right. Which Xenimus?
Okay, I will
Oh,
do.
wait. Fear Me, do you need a top up? 10? Is that
I
better
mean,
than what you have?
That is. You gave me 9 last time, and I hadn't used it yet, so 10 is better though.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm hoping for something similar. Keep rolling well. Yeah, so I'll do spiritual weapon, and then I will
On which target?
on the shade beside me, and then I will do sacred flame to it as well.
Your goodness, I hope that's just a shadow and not an actual shade.
Yeah, because shade would be worse.
Shade would be worse.
Oh,
But yeah, the it manages to dodge the holy light, so which means that we haven't got to see the other interesting thing with shadows yet.
I tried.
I know.
All right, let's see how we roll for some temp hit points. 9.
And then it's shade.
pretty good.
I'm gonna try to Sacred Flame this guy here.
All right, let's see if he
This other
dances. He does
shadow.
not.
So he is going to take.
So certain undead, not all undead. A big misconception among players is that all undead are weak to radiant damage or sunlight. In this particular case, these particular monsters do take double damage from radiant, as they are vulnerable to it. As you notice that the light burns even hotter. Anything else as a bonus action?
No.
All right. So coming through the ceiling is probably what is my favorite low-level undead monster.
Very scared to see what your favorite
Uh-huh.
is.
No,
It hasn't popped up on the screen yet. For God's
no, it
sake.
No.
hasn't.
It hasn't, and I'm really
I guess that means that you don't get to have it.
Well,
the
it hasn't
drawing
popped
it
up
out is
yet.
making it worse.
It's on the screen for me. I put it on the right layer.
No idea. Is it behind someone?
No, it's dead center of the room.
Nope. I guess it just doesn't. It's just not.
It doesn't
gonna join
exist!
the-
Up there.
join
Nope.
the fun.
Doesn't
Definitely
count.
didn't want to show up for some reason. Hold on, let me see if I can find another one.
Oh, something's beginning to show up. The
Hold on.
initiative tracker has showed up.
Yeah, but it's just blank.
Yep. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I don't know why it didn't reveal, but it didn't
Oh
reveal.
no.
I think that's
And-
worse than the shadow. I'll take the shadow assassin over this.
It's
Actually.
been great knowing y'all.
So the thing with these things is they're a very low CR, but they are quite interesting, as we will see shortly.
Oh, no.
What I like to do with these as personal flair and touches on the DM is I like to do everything randomly.
Oh, you
so-
do it like random.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
do roll 2d5 because this thing shoots 2 eye rays.
I'm gonna hide behind the big ogre.
All right, so so basically in the order of the roll 20, we have it attacking
Both clerics.
Myrrh and Xanimus. So what I also like to do is I like to let people choose their own fate. So can both you roll me d4s, please? 3 and 4. So we got the 2 fun ones.
Oh,
So-
Yay!
So Xanamus, can you make me a Constitution save? And Mayor, can you make me a
You
Dex
get-
save?
Oh, no.
Don't forget,
Ooh.
you are hashtag blessed.
You blessed. Yeah, you blessed. Maybe
Won't
that'll
matter
help.
in that case,
Yeah.
as you take
And-
25 necrotic damage from the enervation ray.
Oh, I do?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you're resistant.
Perfectly
Okay.
fine for you.
Hey, you resisted.
Yeah, and what am I
Dex
rolling?
save, please.
Oh, could we not have traded? God.
Mm.
I'm hashtag blessed.
12
Not
won't
gonna
do it
be
though,
enough.
unfortunately.
14.
Yeah, 14's what you need.
So you watch as this giant ball of force
Oh, no.
slams you in the
Oh,
chest
no.
for 35
No.
force damage as the
Oh my
disintegration rate hits you.
God.
Now, good thing you didn't have less than
35.
35 hit points, or else you'd be a pile of dust on the floor. But I think that there is a perfect end to our showcase. So now we'll go to do some discussion. For a CR5 creature, zombie
Yeah.
beholders are very strong.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a
Like-
boss fight after
Yeah.
what we just went through.
Really is a boss fight.
Yeah.
Like they're
Them
super
and
easy to hit,
shadows.
but they have a ton of hit points too.
They
Oh,
they do,
zombie
they're-
beholders aren't that easy to hit either. Zombie beholders have
Oh,
50
they are?
AC. Like they're a
And they're
Oh.
close to like
very
100
strong
HP,
creature.
aren't they?
They got 93. They're
Yeah, they're
beefy.
close.
That's
Shadows
beefy.
just it's if you dump strength, you're screwed with a shadow.
Yep.
You want to stay far away from them if you dump strength, which I did.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
sometimes really surprised that shadows are such low CR.
Shadows
Because of-
shadows are incredibly
CR
low. Shadows are
half,
CR
yeah.
half. Yeah.
So you can
Really, but
make-
that strength they could kill you if like
So
two hits.
I didn't have Shadow Assassins on because those are CR7, and that's probably a little too much for for level 4 characters. But Shadow Assassins attack 3 times and have that
Oh.
strength drain on them with +7 to hit.
Oh my
It is
goodness.
incredibly dangerous
It's a
for
D4,
low-level
right?
parties.
For the shadow
Like-
strength.
It's a D4 still, yeah.
So yeah,
Like if you
two
get
two
swarmed
hits
by
really well hit, you can kill an 8 strength person.
Oh yeah,
yeah, if you get swarmed by shadows, you can
Yeah,
easily
if
go
you
down.
roll-
Like
yeah.
Perfect.
Even I saw one fight against those Shadow Assassins where the 22 strength barbarian, because he had the manual of gainful exercise, was dropped down to 2 strength. He
Oh
was like playing it as he could barely hold up his axe.
Oh wow!
And because he was a
wow.
berserker barbarian, on top of it, he was on 2 strength with like 2 levels of exhaustion. He was having a bad day.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But yeah,
In
like,
this
so
fight-
like,
In this fight, I think we were doing pretty well though.
oh yeah, you guys are
Until
doing
you
great.
dropped
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
beholder.
so you
like-
dropped in a beholder zombie.
So
I think we were doing
the way
fine.
this fight actually works in the module is the party has a lot of time to go through the house and kind of find stuff and see what's what.
and block the
and
doors and
that's
stuff like that.
Yeah, like and then like, you know, if they find the journal and then they find the basement, they can like activate the symbol that stops the undead, and that's the only way to actually win the module. Because the undead just keep coming. For Adam in chat, it is called
It's an Eberron one.
where is it? Yeah, it is
Everyone, it's not.
it is DDAL EB03, where the dead wait.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And that's not even the first encounter you have in that
No,
module.
this is so the
That's
first
the
encounter you
end.
have is against 8 skeletons and 2 zombie ogres.
Yeah.
And then basically on like you have the party has like half an hour to explore the house, and as the DM you're supposed to set a timer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
once
if
that
you
half
don't-
hour real time ends, the undead start coming.
And if they
And
don't,
they don't
roll
stop.
well to find anything, they're just kind of screwed.
Yeah, if they're like not working together, they're like lollygagging.
Well, and there's also a bunch of like situational effects that can very
Oh,
easily
yeah,
make
yeah,
it so
there's,
that
like-
all of a sudden
like,
you can get
people are
there's
just
stuck to
standing
something.
there.
There's
Get stuck to a
madness chests
desk,
in
don't you?
here. Yeah, you can get
Yeah, there's a lot of tricky
there's a
stuff
lot of
in
like
there.
really weird
Yeah.
stuff. in
Crawling
here.
hand in a.
Well,
in a- I think a
it's a
barrel.
great author.
It is an
Oh, yeah.
James Entricasso, right?
it is an amazing module. Yeah.
I
It's
must
amazing to
admit,
DM, not so great to play.
yeah,
I love.
must
I
admit,
played it
love-
first with Jeremy Johnson running.
Yeah, I
and
love it.
that was one of the most fun tier 1
Yeah.
modules I've played.
for sure. Yeah,
I had so much more fun playing that tier 1 module than I
there's
did most
exciting
other
stuff
tier
in the
1s. It's
basement
a
too, right?
fun module.
Yes.
It is definitely the most difficult tier 1, which makes it much more enjoyable because a lot of times they're not so challenging.
Yeah, so the for people who are just joining now, we just finished a showcase fight against some undead, and we're just currently discussing some undead things from the set piece module that I did run. The one encounter from that is quite memorable in it. Other things to note on the undead, I wasn't sure if I was going to do like two segments for undead, one lower level and then one with higher level undead, because
Yeah.
undead
Yeah,
has like
good.
one of the largest, widest ranges of monsters, where
Yeah.
they have like
I love using Undead as a DM.
yeah,
Love
like
it.
you get like CR2, you
Sure.
get CR like halves all the way up to CR26. I think we saw was the
Yeah, you
highest
got
one
like glitches
with
and stuff
Vecna.
like that and all that.
Yeah, liches are like CR21. You got
I
what do you
actually
Night-
prefer the Demi Lich even.
the
Demi
Yeah.
liches are
demi liches are
just, like,
interesting because people
they're
are
the
like,
ones
I
that
have a
scream,
magic
right?
weapon. How come it's
Yeah.
not doing damage? Well,
So
there's just
I have a really
those
funny.
two.
I have a really funny story about a Demi Lich. So we were playing one of the epics
Yeah,
where
I
there's
think
a
it
Demi
definitely
Lich.
would be doing worth doing another one of these for the higher level.
I was thinking about it.
Throw Nightwalker on the table.
Mhm.
Ah, no.
Nightwalkers are weird though. They're CR20, but they're not that powerful.
No.
They can do some nasty stuff.
They do,
They
but
can.
they got low saves, which is the problem for higher level
I mean,
parties.
the new Ghost Dragons were a lot of fun.
That ghost dragon is really fun.
Yeah.
And then there's the bone dragon too. That one's good too.
It's not just a Draco Lich.
Just
No, it's like
Draco
Draco Liches is another like iconic.
I
undead.
love Draco
Yeah.
Liches. I have so many minis that are Draco Liches because I love
you
Draco
wanna
Liches.
scare the crap
There's
out
that
of a
one
party.
module that has
you
Draco
breathe
Lich and
on,
a Demi
like,
Lich in it,
the
isn't there?
Draco Lich breath is an auto kill, right? If it drops you to 0, it's always terrifying to parties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like other than that, we've got like we were saying that some other like low level undead that are really really dangerous that we didn't quite touch on in this particular encounter. Banshees.
Yeah.
Banshees are
Yeah.
scary
Brutal.
at
Oof,
level
brutals.
20.
Yeah.
If you're
One
low-
bad
if you're-
roll
fail.
and you're done.
If you're a
One
low
bad roll,
wisdom
you're
character, if you're a low wisdom barbarian and you fail that save badly against that banshee, you just lost 250 hit points. Like,
You're gone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, the other one that I
brutal.
was going to mention too is the Bodak.
Kodak's another one.
Yeah.
That's another one of my favorite
Whoa.
undead monsters.
Now
Yeah,
for
they
the
can give you
Banshee
that
Whale,
daze
it's
from
actually a
30 feet
con
away.
save.
And
Is it a con save? I thought it was a wisdom save.
No, the
no, it's a
whale
con
is
save.
con. Horrifying
Oh.
Visage.
And if you
wisdom.
fail by
Okay.
5 or more, you hit 0 hit points.
Other fun undead effects that are kind of the ghost. It's like it's not it's good for role play where like it can age you up 40 or
Oh,
50 years.
Oh my
Yes,
god,
they're-
I
Or
have a
ghost possession.
character that got possessed,
Yep,
but it was
that's
like
good.
a
They also do
friendly
that.
ghost possession. So she carries around this ghost inside of her, and she's like,
Hello.
Friedrich doesn't like that. We're not doing that. Sort
That's
of
kinda
thing.
funny.
Blame it on the ghost that she's carrying around. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
possession is a fantastic role playing opportunity too.
It
yeah,
is, really is.
Yeah.
the possession is an interesting one too, because like if a party doesn't notice, and you can kind of like use it as a DM tool to catch like a party by surprise, and then you've got this ghost that's just kind of taken over a party member.
Hello.
Isn't there a Barovia mod where a bunch of ghosts like
Yes.
possess them because you're trying to figure out who murdered them?
I
I think
don't
that's a
remember that
Barovia
one.
mod?
I haven't seen that one.
It's later tier 2.
It's later tier in the Barovia.
I didn't do too
I-
many of the Barovia modules actually.
We ran all of Barovia,
Okay.
Yeah.
which is
But
why
I
it made
love
me
that
remember it.
possession because you make your party members beat the crap out of you to knock you down to 0 hit points to oust out the
Yeah.
possessing ghost. It's great.
Yeah.
As a
Better than
DM,
dominate monsters in the
fantastic.
end.
Like I said, it's always fun though to take like the 20-year-old adventurer and age them 60 years. So now they're like an 80-year-old. That's kind of like trying to
Especially if
trying to
they're
make their
human
way
or anything
through.
that doesn't have a huge lifespan. You're
Yeah.
you're
If they're an
frail
elf, you're like,
now.
oh, whatever. But
Well, at least
So-
in 5e
Well,
they don't
speaking of
have
Barovia,
mechanics
vampires
where
are
you lose
undead.
stats.
yeah, they don't have the old mechanic that I've heard about. I've never played any edition other than
Yeah.
5e. So
Yeah, in 3.5,
Why-
as you
what
age,
do they do in
you
older editions?
as you aged, you gained mental stats, but
Negatives.
you lost physical stats.
Interesting.
That's
an interesting kind of like little mechanic. Yeah, so so undead is like a huge kind of like wide range of varying degrees that can just they amplify. Like you can have such fun encounters with undead too.
Oh yeah.
The only
Is it
I
most
found
that are immune to poison?
most undead are
immune?
immune to poison. That's one of the
Weirdly,
things.
zombies aren't.
Yeah, I've always found that one weird.
Yeah,
Zombies
weirdly
aren't for
zombies,
some
but
reason.
everyone,
No,
almost all
zombies are
the
immune
other
to
ones
poison.
are.
Zombies are immune to poison.
Is it the condition? It was a damn. They have
They're-
a weird damage type, but they're not.
Yeah,
They're both
there's a
they're
lot
immune to
of
both the condition and the
they're not immune to necrotic damage, right?
Yes.
Like that,
Yeah.
where a lot of other undead are,
Are also immune.
Or at
or at
least
least resistant. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
they're
I mean,
immune.
so
I
undead,
think
like
all
look
undead
at
are immune to poison. That's
yeah,
like,
Curse of
I think so.
Strahd, like
Hmm.
vampire.
yeah,
is
I
the
was saying
big
like we didn't
bad.
even talk about vampires. Like that's another like
Yeah.
iconic undead. Like undead is
Oh,
such a broad topic for that DMs can use. There's so many more, which is why I said we got to probably do like a higher level undead one.
Yeah.
For a little bit more
sure.
variation because we just showed off some lower ones in this one. We got some gas, we had some ogre zombies, we had some regular zombie skeletons.
They have
Dropped
an
a
undead
boulder zombie
roulette?
in there and then for the end for some fun. That's not in the module, but I felt like I had to.
Yeah, I didn't think that was in there. but
No,
it was a nice
it's just
touch.
me.
At first, I thought it was a death tyrant.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna drop
Oh,
a
no,
death
those
tyrant.
are-
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that would.
But
have
again,
been
that's another
undead.
undead that's like
Yeah.
high level strong
Yeah.
monster.
Totally.
Yeah, it's not there's
But
an
I'm
undead
gonna-
delay.
Oh, undead belay would be great. But let's
Yeah.
talk about flavor. Like the thing is that as a DM, if you're running your own stuff, you can do all kinds of flavor with undead. Like
Oh, of course.
Really
you
can.
just like mowed through a bunch of goblins, and then like that night, guess what? There's all these little goblin skeletons running after you, like trying to disrupt your sleep because there's your big
Well,
bad is
like, the
actually a
other-
necromancer or something like that. Like there's all kinds of like little things, like you can do little things, or you know, this guy, his favorite dog died, so what did he do? He got it raised as a skeleton. You know,
It's also
nibbles.
interesting how like
So
that
Frankenweenie,
encounter like
the
at level
movie?
4 is incredibly dangerous. But that encounter like level 11, the cleric just uses destroy undead and pretty much everything on the table there just explodes, and they just kind of walk away like nothing happened.
Yeah, and then you get the
it
situations where your
reminds me of
party
that
doesn't have a
meme
cleric, but they have a wizard, and
Of that,
instead
like
of
my brother
rising
died,
you, animate.
and so I'm going on a quest against the person that killed them, and someone's like, you have my axe, you have my bow,
meme.
and then
have
the
your brother.
necromancer's like, and we have your brother.
yeah, that's a good meme.
But
I-
that's a good segue into player character options.
Oh,
Yeah,
Necromancer's a good one.
what's it called? There's a couple of that were in Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft where they're kind of used it like undead flavor. They're not exactly
The
undead
Dhampir?
type.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dhampir and the Reborn are
Reborn,
both
yeah.
very good for undead flavor. Very powerful. There's a reason why like the Adventure League doesn't broadly allow them. Like they take your class features, like your regular class features, and they staple this on top of it. And they're like, oh, well, now you're this super class.
now allowed in Curse of Strahd and all of
Curse
Season
of
4
Strahd.
adventures.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. That's
Pretty much.
thematic. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But
And in terms of class options, other than the race kind of bolt-ons there, there's a couple of undead warlock patrons.
Yep. The
Uh,
undead warlock is also
Undying.
very strong. It's got some
And,
interesting capabilities where you take on the aspect of dread and like it's featured in Campaign 3 Critical Role quite heavily.
Oh, neat.
Because the Marisha Ray's character
Marisha, yes,
is the undead warlock.
Yeah, and then you have the
Nice.
College of Spirits, which I haven't really looked too much into.
Who's their
that,
patron?
but-
I don't remember.
I
But,
I believe I know, but it's spoilers of
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
I'm
So-
on like episode 9, so
yeah.
I'm really behind.
Because one thing that I really liked about the Undying when it was mentioned in Swords Coast Adventures Guide is
Yeah.
they suggested Larlock,
Yeah.
right? The Witch Kings.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
strongest
The warlock
mortal
of the warlock's
spellcaster.
crypt.
Yeah.
Yes, the Warlock of the Warlock's Crypt. Yes, the oldest
Entity
thing.
really in favor.
entity. Can't say living thing, but yeah, the oldest thing in the Forgotten Realms.
The oldest non-divine creature in
No, and then on top of
I mean-
that, like there's the necromancer.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Of course.
Yeah, but
they
Or anybody that can cast those types
anyone
of
who can
spells.
cast that stuff,
clerics
but,
do
like, we
have
have-
access to those spells, even though they don't
He's got
get
his
cost for
necromancer
them,
shirt
and
on.
it's more
Shirt.
finicky than
Yeah.
anything else.
Didn't
It's
even
very
know that was
apropos.
a theme. Yeah.
Because we have a
Oh,
wizard in our one game.
I'm wearing
who's-
my.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
there you go. Go
We have a wizard
Shredder.
who raises
That's
dead
fun.
who's not a necromancer though. Like in our one game, we just have
Yeah.
they have zombies, but they're not a necromancer.
Yeah, I mean, like it's they're good. They're sometimes good meat shields. Just the DM
Oh.
has to be like anytime you have spells like that, the DM has to be aware of how to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Oathbreaker Paladin
Oathbreaker, yeah.
can also animate undead as
I
a
had that
domain.
in homebrew.
the
Kyle
domain
hated
And
it.
make them a lot better.
Yeah.
They make them
Yeah.
undead powerful.
Or the Hexblade.
No, yeah, where they
with,
can
with
where
the
you
Spectre.
the level 6
Yep.
where you
Spectre,
raise a
yeah.
specter if you kill a humanoid. That's another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Or Finger
Yeah,
of Death.
Oathbreaker
Right?
is
Finger of
crazy
Death.
nice.
That's another one too. You hit a creature. You have to kill them outright though. So.
Soul Trap, which is just a fun one to. Hey, I'm
Oh,
nearby.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yoink.
Soul Cage. Soul Cage.
Yeah.
You get the
Yep.
you do the whole Mortal Kombat.
Mushroom.
Your soul is mine.
I like clerics. Like, I mean, so often you play heroes, so you're not, spooling up undead. But there's so many clerics that you
Yeah,
can
that's right. I
do
always
that
forget.
with.
I always
Oh my
forget.
god.
I always
Bad
forget
touch.
Blood Hunter exists, but yeah, they have a blood
Fair.
ritual thing where they do like the aspect puppeteer where they animate a creature for a short time and it just kind of like runs and does one thing.
What's the cleric spell that you can just touch? It's the bad touch with necrotic, and I can't remember what it's called at
Inflict
the moment.
wounds.
Inflict
What,
wounds.
inflict wounds. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's the
Right.
bad touch.
I couldn't remember what it
Everyone
was
just
called.
calls it the bad touch.
Or there's vampiric touch. Vampiric touch too.
Vampiric
Yeah.
touch is
That's a
another
wizard spell.
undead kind of like theme spell. You suck life from something.
Yeah.
And it's an infernal, like, floating hand, sort of thing that sort of latches onto the.
That's also
to,
chill
like,
touch.
That's
chill
chill
touch.
touch.
Chill touch
Which
does
we
is
that,
don't
yeah.
better
know,
as
Necrotic Ray is what we call it.
I call it Lich Slap.
Lich Slap is the one I've gone with. Yeah.
Lich Slap is a much better name for chill touch because it's not a cold spell and it's not a touch spell.
Yeah.
What it is it creates a skeletal hand that does necrotic damage. It's a Lich Slap. Anyway, so closing thoughts as we are approaching the end of our hour. Undead, hugely broad topic, lots of interesting like capabilities and lots of different like just fun things you can do with them. Like we didn't even touch on because we didn't do any higher level creatures. We didn't even touch on like lair actions that they could possibly have, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so any closing remarks, Jeremy?
Well, we do have an epic coming up with Unite the Factions next month. That's right at the end of the month, February 26th. So you can check out our website, unitethefactions.com, hit our Discord server, and find out more about that. Toronto Comic Con is actually adding a board game section.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. We weren't able to, get in there on time because we're actually at Breakout that weekend.
It's always the same
But,
weekend for some reason.
We have confirmed that we'll be running D&D at Fan Expo, and this is very early, so we're super pumped about that and are looking to put together, an army of volunteers to share this great hobby with everyone there in August.
Fan Expo is our big one. That's the one where we're there for 3 days and we go
4.
through. Oh, that's
4
right.
days.
I always forget it's 4 days. I always
Yeah.
forget the Thursday for some reason.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely a fun time that we are always looking forward to, and we got it early this year, which is very nice.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do like we did last year, where we were very upset 1 month to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it was
like I said, improvement. We're always down for improvement.
for sure.
All right.
That's
So with that, thanks for joining us for this fan meetups. Thanks to all the players here who came and helped me out with this. We had some nice discussion for this fan meetup program that is put on through Fan Expo Canada. So thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
All right. Thanks.
Well, night.
Night.